With the lease up in September, Bill 45 authorizes the Guam Police Department to maintain its current headquarters in Tiyan until a new one is built elsewhere. The measure was introduced by Senator Adolfo Palacios. The Tiyan property is owned by the Guam International Airport Authority, and they're not exactly happy with the legislation.
We cannot support the bill in its current form. We do have some recommendations that I'd like to run into that would, I think, be a very good balance between the mandates of the airport and our and also the interest of the community of Guam at large.
Airport Executive Manager Mary Torres says if the measure is enacted, it would compromise the federal funding it receives from the military airport program. Its funding only 14 other airports across the country receives. It allows the military to land at the airport in the event of an emergency. At stake, a little over $1 million.
We have a lot of plans, and plans that also are affected by available grant monies. And once those grant monies expire, then we have no recourse. So we don't want to lose the opportunity to get those grant monies. The grant money specifically is to demolish those old buildings. And there's no doubt that those buildings are way beyond they're extending their usefulness, and they really ought to be taken down.
Torres says GPD has known since 2008 when an MOU was signed that it would have to move out by this September. The airport, however, is still willing to work with GPD, providing senators with an amendment to the bill that would move GPD out of its current location and to another Tiyan building, the former Guam Customs and Quarantine Facility. While the top brass says the opposite end of Tiyan is a possible alternative for the headquarters for the Guam Police Department, he also admits there isn't enough room to hold all the divisions. He says that he will put out a request for interest to accommodate the rest of the office space that's needed. Chief of Police Fred Bordalio says they are also working with the Department of Education to see if they can share the interim JFK High facility. The construction of the new JFK is expected to be completed this summer.
Right now, if they were renovated, I think it would be sufficient enough, for partially moving some of our headquarters into those two Guam Customs buildings. It's all dependent on finance. But of course, we're also looking at other potential sites that people have approached our department with.
Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Nick Delgado.